We're going to talk about Midsommar, a movie that I have hated with an unbridled passion for years. And then I watched it last night to review it for this channel and realised I actually might like it. And I need to get it out of my system. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Scott and I am burning under the blistering heat of the UK. And yes, I know that sounds insane, but we're in the middle of a heat wave and I record in a conservatory with all the windows and doors shut. And I'm very, very hot, which kind of fits the tone of Midsommar. Midsommar is a movie that I've never got on with. Aster's sun-drenched folklore from Sweden that honestly feels more like an art installation than it does a horror movie. It bored me to tears on every single rewatch, and I've watched this 10 times. Every single time I've gone in going, maybe I'm missing something, and come out the other end going, no, it's still boring. And I don't know what changed last night. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe it's heat stroke. Maybe I'm a little bit dehydrated. Maybe I'm just cooked enough to the right level that I'm on the same level as Ari Aster when he made this movie. But whatever it is, it hit me different. So Midsommar follows Dani, a young girl who suffered a terrible tragedy in her life, and she ends up going with her boyfriend and a couple of his friends to a remote idyllic community in rural Sweden. And they're there to witness a midsummer festival that only happens once every 90 years. There's crowns of flowers, there's dancing, there's eating, there's music, there's ritual sacrifice, you know, all the things that you'd normally get there. But the main point of it is to watch Dani's complete unravelling, her complete decline as her sanity falls away. And it's all done under this beautiful backdrop of the Swedish countryside. Now, on every previous viewing, I've found this painfully slow. Like, painfully. Like, I love Ari Aster. I think he's a fabulous director. He needs to direct The Shining. But with this movie, man, he takes his sweet ass time. Like, every lingering look, that's 3 minutes of airtime, of film time. Every time there's an uncomfortable silence, we feel the uncomfortable silence because he gives it to us in full, the full 6 minutes of it. Every awkward smile, like every single thing is so extended. That with the overuse of the shots of the beautiful landscape, and it is beautiful, but I don't need 15 minutes of it being beautiful. But that's not my only problem with the movie on previous rewatches. The previous problems I've had centre more around the characters around Dani. Dani is the only character that I would class has a soul in this movie. She has a purpose and you're invested in her story. Everyone around her is basically an NPC from a video game. They have no personality. They have no purpose other to be there as a walking plot device. They are there to be shocked or horrified or dead in whatever time period they're needed, but they don't bring any of their own character or their own story to the overall picture, and it just makes them feel pointless. Like, they add to Dani's arc, but beyond that they don't do anything, and that never sat well with me. And I think the biggest problem I've always had with this is I've always compared it to The Wicker Man from 1973. This is a movie that I adore. I think it's a very subtle way of doing this pagan horror, and it's very much everything's through implication. It almost feels like a suffocating sense of this is normal when you watch that movie. Like, everyone's like, yeah, this is just what we do. And I think they do a really good job of doing that quite quickly. Whereas Midsommar seems to spell everything out in sort of bright floral letters and then repeat it just in case we miss something. And my previous opinion on this is Midsommar is the slower, duller version of The Wicker Man. Like, it lacked its punch, it lacked its subtlety, and it just wasn't as good. So why have I had a change of heart, you ask? Honestly, I don't know. Perhaps it's the fact I was in a different mood when I sat and watched it. Perhaps it's I genuinely found Florence Pugh's performance phenomenal, and maybe I just latched onto that character more than I have done before. Maybe it's the fact that it's ridiculously hot and I was at the right mental capacity to fully understand this as I'm part baked. Maybe it was that. But I don't know what it was, but there was something about this watch that really dragged me into the beauty of Dani's journey and her grief, and the way that it all comes together just really captured my imagination. And I'm not saying I don't still have bones to pick, because I do. Like, you could shave 30 minutes off this movie without even removing one single plot device, just by shortening all the lingering scenes. You've saved 30 minutes easy, if not a bit more. Some of the reveals in this also feel very, very telegraphed. It's almost like, oh yeah, I know where this is going. And I kind of find everyone very one-dimensional beyond Dani. As I said earlier, it's just everything's leading to Dani. My comparison with the Wicker Man still stands. I still think the Wicker Man is a faster, better, more intelligent version of Midsommar. But Midsommar is not as bad as I once thought it was. It is beautifully shot. It has an incredible performance from Florence Pugh. It is a directorial masterclass in shots and perspective. But I still don't find it that interesting. I find myself in a really weird position, and one I've never been in with a film before. I find myself oddly on both sides of the fence. Part of me sees all of the flaws of Midsommar, and I have all of the issues that I had on all of my previous watches. And the other part of me is looking at this going, actually, I quite enjoy the fact he took a plodding pace with it, and it is quite terrifyingly beautiful in places. And the backdrop of the Swedish sunshine, like, it works. And I'll be honest, it's really managed to seep under my skin. So I don't know where I sit with it. I don't know whether I like it or I loathe it, but it's definitely grabbed me. And that can only be a good thing, right? Anyway, I want to know what you think, because I know Midsommar can be a divisive movie. Do you love this? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you have any tips to stay cool in the heat. Maybe closing all the windows and doors in a conservatory is not the best way. But yeah, if you can let me know how to cool down, because man, I'm hot. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And until next time, see you soon.